Well, happy Sunday to you about it. I just got home from church in the Piggly Wiggly, where it is hotter than the fiery pits of hell outside. I'm not going to lie to you. Very warm. Church was awesome today. It was good times. Glad that I went. It's also what I like to call sandwich day, because I've been on this sandwich kick for work for the past couple of weeks. So I had to stop at the Piggly Wiggly to get stuff to make sandwiches. It's just so much easier to have sandwiches, and when we're busy, I can take the sandwiches with me. So it's also the day, I'll do this before I go to bed, to switch over from this to this. So I will have this for the next, well, I'll have it the next 4 days. I'll have this until next Friday. So for the next 4 days, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, I will not be using the Samsung. I will be using the Pink Razor, or as I like to call it, my hamburger phone. And if you don't know why I call it my hamburger phone, watch a couple of videos back and I explain it. So, but I love it. I'm a fan. I am a fan. So, a couple things really. First of all, I saw something about this morning, another shooting, another police shooting. Children, when is it going to stop? The thing of it is, folks and communities want to get outraged over people being, shot by the police and this, that, and the other. Here's the thing. The difference in that and what we see is an alarming trend happening now. Police don't just go down the street for fun and giggles and just shoot people at random. There's some kind of altercation. There's something. There's a catalyst for it. We can sit and debate on the oven is ready for my enchiladas, but they're gonna have to wait. We can sit and debate on, was it justified? Was it excessive force? Was it this? Was it that? Yada yada yada. That in and of itself is a completely different conversation. Okay. There's a catalyst. We're talking about people who are, they feel that they're fed up and that, the police are horrible people and this, that, and the other and yada, yada, yada. So they are bound and determined to even the score. So they go out and decide to start shooting and killing these folks. And where does it end? You want to talk about something that's going to put folk on high alert. To me, it's more part of the problem, because now officers who would normally have just been out doing their job, now they're having to look over their shoulder, and they're going to view things even more as a threat. And the thing of it is, these people that want to talk about the police, and when the crap hits the fan, who do they holler for? It makes me nervous. I've got several family and friends who are in law enforcement, and it makes me very, very nervous for them. I'm not gonna lie. So I don't know. I think what I said, it goes back to what I said the other day, and that is, we just, as a nation, we have to pray, and we just have to pray. And we talk about the world, and we talk about the state of the world and the condition of the world, and people, will say, well, I don't know what we should do. And even I myself have said several times, I don't know what to do. But I think it begins with each and every single one of us. And as each and every single one of us, to pray. And imagine the world that we would live in if every single one of us had an attitude of thankfulness and gladness and love and charity and hope, and we wanted to spread that and share that with other people. If every single person in this world felt that way, oh my gosh, it'd be beautiful. I think so often people get so downtrodden and they think, well, who am I? Who am I to make any sort of change? I'm nobody. But You know, like I've said, it begins with each and every single one of us. You know, it's the same rationale of these people who say, well, I'm not going to vote because what's my vote matter? Well, if everybody had that attitude and nobody voted, then nothing would get done. You know, if everybody had the attitude of, well, my prayers don't count, my prayers don't matter, think of how the world would be then. I just think each and every single one of us, we have got to continue to be the change that we wish to see in this world. And we have to bring about a spirit of love and kindness and acceptance and joy. We have to bring that to people. You know, when's the last time that you tried to be a jerk or mean or an idiot to someone who truly was joyful around you? You know? And if you were that kind of person, well then, honey, you need some Prozac. Or some Paxils. You need something. Clontins, I don't know. But I would much rather live in a world where people are just genuine and nice and sweet, and there is no hate, and there is no anger, and there's none of that. And you know what? Maybe that's a little Pollyanna-ish to some, or maybe it's one of those where you're kind of looking at the world through rose-colored glasses. But I see nothing wrong with that. Because the way I look at it, look how Christ looks at us. What kind of glasses is he looking at us through? And what does he think when he looks at us? Is he satisfied? Is he happy with what he sees? You know, our pastor talked today in church about, you know, position versus practice, and how our position, if you believe in Jesus and you take him into your heart, you know, you are part of his kingdom. You are part of the kingdom of God. You are a child of God. And because you have that position, that is going to change your practices. That's going to change how you act in this world. That's going to change the things that you do, because you're almost, it's almost as if you're an ambassador for. Do you know what I mean? You know, the love and the Spirit of Christ is within you, and you want to share that. You want to project that. You want people to come to that. You want people to look at you and see Christ, because you have that loving spirit about you. And I think that's what is so lacking. That's what's lacking in this world, you know. Everybody just thinks about themselves and what's going to be good for them, and they allow hate and anger and all these other things, these arbitrary things, to dictate their practice. You know, they allow a bad position to dictate their practice, or their practices dictate their position. When really, if you are a child of God and you are saved and you have that faith and you have that grace, you know, that's what sets you apart. You're not perfect, but you have grace. It's a pretty amazing thing to have. So I'm going to finish my Cheetos. I need to clean this house, but I also need a nap. Got to spend some time with the babies yesterday, and I love them children. Honey, I love them kids good. I just want to squeeze their little cheeks off, and they're just such precious kids. I mean, just sweet, precious children, and I love them. So we had the birthday times, and it was good. It was good. You know, we just got them a lot of, you know, at that age, it's more, I find at that age, it's more quantity over quality. Kids just like stuff, because they're going to break it anyway, let's be honest. So we just got a bunch of stuff. And we had the hot dog times, and we didn't know if it was going to rain, but it did, and turned out to be beautiful. So I think a festive time was had by all. Then we went back to the Hotel Motel, Holiday Inn, say what, and for the swim times, which I didn't know we were going to have swim times. I did not know that was on the itinerary. I thought we were just going to have birthday times, and that would be it. However, there were swim times. And guess what I did not have? A swimsuit. But you know what? Did that stop me? No. Honey, I just jumped in with my boxer shorts and my t-shirt on. And I knew. Because that chlorine, honey, that chlorine will do things to your clothes. I didn't care. Because just to be able to spend time with them and play and just see the little looks on their faces, and I mean that just brings so much joy to my heart. And honey, not to mention, them little kids scare me to death. Honey, not a bit of fear. And either one, the tiny one, honey, didn't have no water wings on or nothing. Nobody was in the pool yet. And honey, this youngin' just walks over and jumps in. Now keep in mind, these kids can't swim, but that doesn't stop them. He just jumps right on in like what? So then somebody else had to jump in with their shoes on and fetch him out of there. I mean, I think it's precious that they're that fearless, but it also, it scares you to death. And this is one of them pools that was, once you got halfway down, the water got really deep. Deep water scares me, But children, Lord have mercy. I was a nervous wreck. Me and Von Bolton both nervous wrecks. Okay, know about it. It's too hot for a hat. Anyway, anywho, yeah, I think I'm going to take a nap. I got home last night, children. Well, like I said before, this whole anemia thing, it wipes me out. It does. And then, Friday I did stuff, and then I went in for the big comatic slumber that lasted a bajillion hours. And then I got up yesterday and ran my errands, and then went to the soiree, and then we had to go to the lake and set everything up, and then we had the party, then we had the swim times, and then I came home, and I don't know. I think I was in bed. I don't know, 11 or 12, and then I woke up this morning at 7, and I said, oh, no. So I slept until 9:30. And got up and enough time to get to church, and now I'm home, and I'm thinking that there might be a nap in my future after I have the enchilada times. So I'm just, honey, that's all I do. I work and I sleep, and then I try to throw in a few little activities in between. But you know what? I'm happy. I'm okay with that. I'm perfectly happy. Sometimes I feel like I wish I had enough energy just to run and go and do, like I did when I was in my 20s, or sometimes even in my 30s. But I don't know. I guess this is just the state of things for me. And like I said, I'm fine with it. I think it's one of those deals where it makes me really, really do appreciate the time more that I get out and do the social things and the social time. So I would like to plan something. I don't go out like often, like evening life. I'm not a big evening life kind of lady. But every once in a while I get a hankering to have some evening life times. And I don't mean like prostitution, so get your minds out the gutter. But I don't know, just have to plan a little something. I may have to take a few extra vitamins that day, but I can. It's all right. So. Anywho. All right, well, that's all I have. It is Sunday, so you know that we usually try to do the live video times, the live Facebook video times on Sunday night. And one thing that I've discovered is that I always go over my time. I always say, oh, we only going to do this for... So I think what we're going to do tonight, I'm shooting for... I told Pastor BJ that I would be back at church tonight if there was a hot dog. Now, he did promise me a hot dog from the Smash Burger, and as tempting as that does sound, I may have to go ahead and pass on it. I may have to just go ahead and message him later and say, you know what, just go ahead and don't buy the hot dog because I got to go to bed. So, we're shooting for 8 p.m. Eastern. I guess it's Eastern time here. I don't know. But we will try for that because I usually end up running about an hour on the live video times. It just depends on what I have to talk about. So if you all have things that you would like to discuss, if you all have questions that you would like answered, and I know some of you probably have got questions, honey, burning you up that you've dying to know the answer to. Well, if you want to know, honey, you can just ask me. And if I don't know, honey, I'll make up something so believable. You'd be like, okay, because that's what I do. That's what I do for the people. Mm-hmm. So, I'll see you back 8 o'clock this evening. I'll be in my pajamas, ready for the slumber. So, show up, bring your questions, bring your comments. It is an active participation kind of activity. So, y'all take care. Have a blessed day. I hope y'all went to church. And if you didn't go to a building to go to church, I hope, you spent some time talking to the big man upstairs and thanking him for everything that you do have and thanking him for the blessings that you have received all week and the blessings that you hope to continue to receive for the week ahead, should his will allow you to stay on this planet. Because, you might get hit by like a hot dog truck or something. One of them Scotty Potty trucks. You never know. You never know. So, be the good Lord's willing and the creek don't rise. Thank him for what you got coming to you. Amen? So, amen. All right, Yens. I'll see you later.